Now, recently, our own Lauren Shahadi caught up with Billie Jean and producer-director Jean Fruth to discuss the film. Here's a portion of that interview.
Jean, Billie Jean, it's an honor to talk to both of you. Billie Jean, I first met you at a Dodger game. I was sideline reporting. I was so darn nervous, and I looked your way, and I thought, oh, that's Billie Jean King. And you looked at me, and you said, you go, girl. You champion women. So when you were asked to be involved in this film, what was your hope for it?
Well, I really hope I can help. I talked to Jane, and I talked to Jeff Idelson, who was the past president of the Hall of Fame and museum. They came to our apartment, and I sat down, and I just listened, and I said, I definitely want to be a part of this. To, the documentary, see her, be her. We've had this saying a long time, but I think it's a great title. It's exactly everything with me is the dream. Everything is creating the dream for people who have dreamed it and never been able to play it. And for these women that Jean covers, there's 7 of them, and she follows them, different countries, everything. It's the dream. They want to be, you see Major League Baseball as a child, and you want to be a Major League Baseball player. When I was young, at 9 years old, I used to go watch AAA in California. We had no Major League team yet. I had all the baseball cards. Oh my God, I had shoe boxes full. And I was 9 years old. It was Mother's Day, and I remember my brother and I went with my family to watch. I think it was the Los Angeles Angels, Steve Bilko, and it was the Hollywood Stars, and they wore Bermuda-length shorts. And I remember sitting there, and all of a sudden my heart sank because I realized I will never be able to play professional baseball because of my gender. I'm a girl. I was devastated all the way home. I'll never forget it. And I always want any girl in this world to have the dream, just like the boys and everybody else. It's really important to help each person. And then my brother ended up playing 12 years of professional baseball, Randy Moffett. Moffett is our birth name.
You talk about representation mattering. Of course it does. Jean, what was your goal for the film? Because you're telling multiple people's stories. What was the overarching theme for you?
It's really, these sheroes, and we call them sheroes, our 7 women, they are competitors. And I know that Billie Jean knows all about being a competitor. And they want to win. They want to win for themselves, certainly. They want to win for their teams. They want to win for their countries. But their greatest victory is certainly the path they are trailblazing for the future generation of female athletes. They want women's baseball to win.
So why now? Because I feel like women are making breakthroughs. Why did you feel like now was the time to make this film, Jean?
Yeah, the timing couldn't be better, Lauren, because really look at the success that our counterparts are having in women's sports. Basketball. Look, we have a professional women's hockey team now. Soccer, of course, tennis. Look who we're talking to. Besides being the, most, best tennis player in the world, only thing surpassing that is the impact that Billie Jean is making on women's sports and society. And right now, the time is now. Giving these women more visibility, giving them a platform with the hopes that there'll be more opportunities in the future.
There are voices in this film. Jimmy Rollins is a father of 3 young daughters, right? And they mean so much to him. What were their voices and their perspectives, Jean, like? What did they add to this film?
Cal Ripken Jr. tells his story of his sister loving baseball, very similar to Billie Jean's story, and just mad as heck that she wasn't able to play baseball. She had to play softball. There was no opportunity. And she wanted to play like her brothers and like her father, and she loved the game. And to this day, she's an incredible athlete. And then men like Ichiro Suzuki, who's supporting the women's game by playing he plays against an all-girls high school all-star team, and he gives them a platform. And he said, don't talk about where they are now as players. This is not going to happen naturally. This requires people with like passions to come together, to support, to give them a platform and have it grow and see what the future of women's baseball can be. And that's exactly what it is. It's supporting them. And he gives them a game in the Tokyo Dome. He said they're not going to watch in the beginning like the men, like Major League Baseball does. It's going to take time, just like Billie Jean is saying. But support them and it will happen. Let's come together, people with like passions, like minds, and make it happen.
I bet they taught the viewer what it's like to make it at the highest level like they did as well. What did making this film teach you, Billie Jean? You are a wealth of knowledge. I feel like every time I talk to you, I learn so much, but you're still learning. What did it teach you?
I think it just talks about the dream, and I think these women know why they're doing what they love. Number one, they absolutely love playing baseball. And I haven't seen the whole documentary yet because Jean is in post right now, getting the doc ready. But you can see there with some of the footage how much they are together. Do you know how exciting it is for the first generation and the second generation to create things for the future generations? I cannot tell you how much our first generation of players, how important it was for the younger ones to have what we dreamed about. And you want the dream to come true for everyone. A boy, girl, doesn't matter what gender a person is, you want the dream for them. And that's what this represents to me. This is the dream for girls to play baseball.
Jean, what does it represent for you? I mean, we're constantly learning. What's your best advice to girls who want to break barriers and push boundaries? What did this film teach you while making it?
It is. It's breaking boundaries, and there's got to be somebody who does it. Certainly, it was Billie Jean who not only did it for tennis, but has done it for so many women's sports. And these women are doing it. And most impactful for me is that this is not just about the United States. This is worldwide. There are 25 countries that have national teams, women's national baseball teams. And to see the successes, to see the progress, and to see so many people coming around and wanting to support this now. I mean, there's Major League Baseball has the Breakthrough Series and the Grit and their programs, and Japan is doing incredible things for women's baseball. Canada is doing. So progress is being made. So let's give them the visibility and help them break that barrier. These women are doing it.
Jean, you're brilliant. I can't wait to see the film. Billie Jean, I'm going to tell my mom I interviewed you today.
I love it. Thanks so much,
such a thrill. Thank you so much. It's all about the impact on the next generation. Ladies, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, MLB, for showing this. You know, it's so important. So thank you so much. See her, be her. Come on, watch it.
Watch it.
And you can watch it right here on MLB Network. It's going to air on the day between Games 2 and 3 of the World Series.